Welcome to the Wild Snow Museum of Backcountry Skiing Bindings. Today we're looking at a binding that's probably from the 1960s. And I think you pronounce this brand Geze or Geze. I always forget, so I'll just call it a Geze. The interesting thing about this Geze is, for starters, it's an adapter for a Geze Alpine binding. It works by having this plastic plate that's screwed underneath the toe unit, and the boot's put in there, and that allows you the lifting of the heel. And then when you put the binding in Alpine mode, the heel unit actually goes back and forth on this track with this little tab that you move with your hand. So when you want to tour, you put your boot in this plate system, you strap it in with a classic leather strap, and then it allows you the heel lift, theoretically. You probably have to tighten this down pretty good to get this thing to work right. And then it allows you a fairly limited heel lift, but still allows you to ski tour with your Alpine bindings. And then when you wanted to ski downhill, you had to lift your boot up out of the binding or take your boot out. You move this thing in, the heel unit in with the catch system, placed your boot back in the binding, stepped down, and you were in Alpine mode, and you put your safety strap back on. It was pretty cool the way it worked, especially for the 1960s. Because as you know, some of the latest bindings have systems that move the heel unit back and forth, such as the newest Onyx binding. And this heel unit is pretty precisely made. It has hardly any play, and the heel piece of the binding screws down with 4 machine screws on the track system. So it's the Geze Alpine binding put onto this adapter system that Geze made. And one of the more interesting things about this Geze binding was that it provided a heel lift, which in the mid-1960s or earlier, most people actually thought that a heel lift was a new idea invented by Paul Raymer, but this binding had a pretty elegant way of providing a heel lift. With your foot flat on the ski, you would tour this way if you wanted your heel flat on the ski. For a heel lift, you would just engage the heel unit into the Alpine mode, and then the heel rests on top of the heel unit, providing the heel lift. It was really fascinating to see how this worked, and quite elegant, really.